Looks like it might back off here a bit. Trading 49.77 on FX US oil. Just tested the 200 MA. So it's backing off a little bit here. We'll see what happens over the next few minutes. Let's give it a minute here and I'll be back. There you go. That's what a touch to the 200 MA on the 4-hour in oil looks like. So it's come off almost 40 cents now. I'm going to watch it here for a bit. So bottom line, I'm not going to get into lots of details because we're going to let today complete, and then we're going to get into heavy reporting tomorrow after EIA for the next 2 quarters. So today will be light, very light, and then tomorrow we're into it. The dollar is pressing up against this downward sloping trend line and the 200 MA on the weekly. That's the structure we're watching. We're hoping for it to fail. We'll see if it does. And while that's happening, oil. Now there's a new model in the EPIC algorithm coming out tonight. There was a challenge with the holidays. Whenever there's holidays like Christmas, I think there's only 2 a year that we have issue with. But anyway, the charting is that issue. But it is in structure right now. It's above the channel, which is what it's been doing, and it ends up returning to this channel. So it's divergent right now, and we'll see if it can hold. I don't think it will. I think it'll back off here. On the 1 minute, you can see when it got up to the 200 MA on the 240-minute chart that it backed off. Lost about 40 cents, 50 cents. Now it's trying to bounce off the 50 MA on the 1. And there's your 200 MA there. And it's also a mid-quad on the 240, which is very serious resistance. But this could take some time to play out here. This, sometimes it's volatile, sometimes it happens quick. With the Donald trade China, this is going to be funky until that concludes too. So we got to get past EIA. We're past the time cycle. And we got the one thing, the trade China talks, not such a big deal, but it's in there. So it'll definitely affect the markets for day trading. Not so much for structured swing trading. We have the structures now, and we can get at it and start publishing reports after EIA tomorrow. On this test chart, the red lines are your resistance and support. So this is a pocket right here. I wouldn't doubt oil today. Intraday ends up at 49.06 on West Texas. gets right into this pocket and makes its decision at, well, I guess that would be tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, between 5 and 9 tomorrow morning. Upside resistance intraday would be 51.11, 51. Downside support 49, with a possible retrace dump. That would be fairly significant, but that wouldn't be consistent with reversal. The yellow line would be, but down here wouldn't be. So, you know, if you get a real sell-off, you could sell off into the low 47s. I wouldn't expect it, but you could. So that's your range. But this is the chart we're mainly watching. So we think it's a trend reversal in play. So we're cautious at the shorting here. But at the supports, we'll be aggressive. So there's a support here at 48.66, the 20 MA, just right around 48.14. Intraday, there's a trend line, 47.76, and the 100 MA down here at 47.19, and the top of the trading box. That's serious support. That coincides with here. So we'll see how this test goes here. On the 1 minute, got a bounce just over the 50 MA, and now it's between the two. So it might work its way down, step down to the 100, the 200, VWAP, dump under VWAP, and then go again. If you are long, I know Oil K was long this morning. Congrats, by the way. I'm sure he's out now. You know, it's best to get out at that major resistance and then back in over top. Huh. Pardon me. Okay. So yeah, I'm still struggling with my cold. My apologies. I gotta learn how to turn that mic off when I cough. So S&P, you know, moderately up, considering, right? But let's take a quick look. I'm watching oil on other monitors here. So we got some desktops coming in we've ordered, just in case you missed that. So our screen lag time is going to go down. Our the quality will go up. I fought the idea for a couple of years, but it's just absolutely necessary. So whenever I'm traveling, I'll have to, you know, it's short-term travel. I'll have to go back to these gaming laptops and have two setups basically, which is fine. I should have given it a long time ago. I was just stubborn on it. So oil's holding here, 49.69, 49.70. It's about to test that 20 MA from the underside. So here's the S&P. So your major resistance intraday is at 263. It's above the 20 MA, below the 50. That China trade talk is going to decide this. It's really not much to report there. You trade in between the red lines. That's all we can report on it. Oil 49.65, so it's not real aggressive either way. It's just holding the structure. Just going to get an alarm on this line here. Yeah, so the S&P is mid-range. It'll likely sit mid-range between the support and resistance, the red lines, until trade talks message out tomorrow. Volatility, not much change from the report yesterday, 20.8, right near the Bollinger Band, lower Bollinger Band. We're looking for a long, but again, with that US-China trade talk, it's not exactly something I want to get too deep into yet. TradingView has some bugs in its charting that crop up once in a while. Anyway, volatility is one of them. I just got to dig up the chart here. Oil 4972, so it has got a bona fide 1 minute bounce here up to the 20 MA. Testing the 20 MA now on the 1. So everything kind of relies on this test. $49.69. Those are the workers here. Sorry, guys. Okay, volatility on the daily, 20.8. Lower Bollinger in the round 17. MACD trending down. So not ready for a bounce yet. Now, once you start trading volatility and oil together, you're going to see lots of correlation. Oil, volatility, the S&P, natural gas. You'll learn how they relate to each other and where the inflections are. Anyway, I would expect volatility to be lower here based on where oil is. We may not get to that lower Bollinger. So I'm going to watch this close. Oil 49.72, testing that 20 MA on the 1. S&P, we know the range. Gold, silver, and Bitcoin, I'm not going to be making any decisions yet until we're the other side of China trade talks. So gold, silver, Bitcoin, other side of trade talks. Oil, volatility. S&P, it was in the right area, but it's mid-range. And the dollar, let's take a quick look. Anyway, tomorrow we're going to start on the equities too. My apologies for being so patient through this turn of this time cycle, but I intend for these next 6 months to be my biggest ever. I kind of want to get off the front lines a little bit and work with the staff in the background. We'll still be here, you know, but I got to slow down a little bit. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the dollar. Man, I love this structure. Machines are so in trading the dollar, and same with oil. Incredible. So oil is just holding this pivot here at 49.73 on FX US WTI. Kind of incredible, actually. I thought for sure we'd see it come off, way off. Here we are with the dollar. So if you've watched any of the videos on it, your mid-channel line is this blue line right here. So that's important. Your 20 MA, obviously important. It's used it as resistance. The mid-channel line important because it's used it as a pivot. You can see how it clustered and pivoted. Got under the 100 MA. This white arrow here is critical. That's an algorithmic calculated channel support. So we're getting so close to it. Intraday, that support sits at 95.30. Once it's under that and it loses it, it's going to get really difficult for it to get back up. It won't be completely lost at that point, but under that trend line, under this trading box support, and if you don't know what the trading boxes are, or yeah, support, watch some videos. The 50 MA is coming up, and then the next structure. So once it's down in here, and especially underneath this important fib, it's under 94.57, it should be done. So we'll see. Finito. And then this orange line here becomes its resistance. So every time it gets back up to it, we'll just short it down until it gets its bounce. It should follow this trajectory between this orange line and this blue line down into here. Should consolidate down in this triangle here. So its target would be June 28th. Call it July 1st, 92.48. Okay, oil's failing its test here now. Trading 49.70. So here's the rotation on it around a 1 minute pivot. So this might just be a wait and see on when it concludes. We'll get at it. Now, the thing is, your trades, if you're going to day trade oil, you want to try and get it as early in the session as possible. So we're late in the session right now. It's not a great time to trade, but you can do an end of day trade, try and get it. But you want to go with the momentum of the day. Like Oil King, you see him do it almost daily. He waits for the momentum of the day and goes with it. He swings the day trade, which is one of the things that's coming out in that rules-based system report. But anyway, we're close. We're close. Every report will be out in the next 9 days, between now and the 15th. I guess that's 7 days, isn't it? For the next 2 quarters. Well, this could take some time to conclude. So I think you have an idea. The S&P, the top and bottom of that range, I'll trade that after tomorrow. Oil, get real aggressive after EIA. I might trade before then. And, in every case, that'll be for the next 6 months. The dollar, we see that with possible pressure down into that price target in the low 92s. We'll probably swing that here soon. Volatility, we're looking for a bounce, short-term bounce. And the video from yesterday explains where we expect to short it again. Oil is tough to trade here right now. You could swing it lower, but just day trading it on a tight is not easy here. Silver and gold, we're going to wait until after China US talks. We're expecting pressure, especially in gold. But the timing of all of that, I went into great detail on the videos yesterday. And then Bitcoin, we're going to wait for the China US talks. And then natural gas. In yesterday's report, I said I might take a short-term long. And it's already taken off here. It's up 2.3% today. So it took off before oil got to its resistance. So it was a little early. I was just off on the timing there. So I think you're getting a feel for the inflections. We, because I am an inflection trader, structured inflections, I need the market to settle down, and I need to get into a pocket and then go. And so that's, again, my apology, but I'll be deep in it here right away. Everything's getting nicely structured. We're just waiting for a couple things now. So next 24 hours at the most. Anyway, I'll wait and see if this concludes here. I am going to call that midday. So it's a real light one today. Tomorrow they'll get heavy. But I am going to stick around and see if I can catch a short here on oil. And possible break above that 200 MA on the 240. So we'll see. If you have any questions, send me an email, guys. Last day of calm with me. Promise. Thanks. Talk to you soon.